What is up, everybody? Today's going to be a bit of a different type of video. Not the typical one where it's a Structured Kingdom RP, because I promised you guys semi-recently that there would be some new types of content coming out, and I'm delivering. So this video is more of just an announcement of what you're going to be seeing and expecting on this channel henceforth. Of course, we'll still be doing some Kingdom RP stuff. My content for that server has slowed down a bit, but I will still continue to make videos for that server. I don't see why I would stop anytime soon. That server's pretty good. I like basically everyone on there. I have no problems with anyone there, no problems with the admins, no problems with any other regular members, or anyone else who really uses the server regularly enough that you would see them in the videos. So, the only thing is that right now it's going through a bit of a rough patch in terms of activity, at least from what I can tell. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I will of course continue making videos on the server no matter what. I might make one today, might make one tomorrow, I'm not sure. You're just gonna have to wait and see. But aside from that, I'm thinking of getting into more like podcast type content, but you know, like kind of melding it with commentary channels. You know, like it would be a podcast of me discussing various topics and subjects with some stylized thumbnails. Ideally, I'm getting into like editing a bit. I use Pixlr for that right now. But if you guys have any recommendations for video editing softwares, because I also need a video editing software and of course a Photoshop type software, because I don't want to get actual Adobe Photoshop because that shit costs a lot. You know, just hop them down, like throw them down in the comments below, and I'll definitely do them. You know, and well, you know, check them out at least. But yeah, you know, this type of content, I don't think I'll be scripting it much. This is gonna be mostly unscripted. I'm gonna have guidelines for what subjects I'll cover, what kind of topics I'll go over in the videos itself. It's gonna be mostly like a commentary about contemporary issues, but like kind of mixed in with a sort of like a villainous twist, you know, like because I'm a villain, right? I'm a bad guy. I'm like the king of evil, and I want to help my fellow villains out. You know, my fellow true villains, that is, and you know, us brothers, we got to stick together in these trying times. You know, this woke mob and these heroes and these wokesters running around thinking they own the place. I mean, really, the world belongs to us. The internet belongs to us. People like us built this world from the ground up. So of course, I'm gonna make videos about that. You might not understand what I'm saying now, but it'll make sense when I start making these videos more, um, you know, more often, alongside the gaming videos, and you know whatever else I decide to produce. But it's probably just gonna be the gaming videos and this type of like long form content. I'm also probably gonna start advertising my roleplay server, because if any of you do Discord roleplay, text-based roleplay, I do host a server for that. And I'm also going to start advertising my Discord. So if my channel gets big enough, because right now, I'm going to admit there's not many people following my content, so I don't see the reason for why I would need to make, you know, my Discord, like, very known. Of course, because my Discord is going to be, like, once this channel gets fully up and running and I dedicate more time and resources to this channel, that will be, like, my main sort of base of operations, where I kind of discuss what I want to upload, what I'm working on, what things, you know, and I just generally just interact with the fans of my content, you know, the audience that has been following me loyally. Most of you guys are from the Kingdom RP stuff, so if you're only interested in that, I completely get it. And of course, I'm gonna still upload Kingdom RP and more Gmod RP in general later on, but mostly just Kingdom RP for now still. But, I mean, if you guys are just following me for Kingdom RP content, completely fine. You know, I'm not going to be those types of content creators who are like, oh, you know, this type of content got me off, you know, got me off, that sounds so wrong. Sorry, but, you know, this type of content, you know, I really took off with this type of content. You know, and this content put me on the map in terms of the algorithm in YouTube, and you know what, just for that, I'm going to abandon the content. I'm going to abandon everyone who watches the content, who watches my channel for the content, and I'm just going to decry them as antiquated, or, you know, say that they're living in the past, and embrace this new future without ever acknowledging them. Now, there is going to be a day where I'm going to start making Kingdom RP videos, obviously, because, I mean, you know, nothing lasts forever, especially in terms of Gmod Kingdom roleplay, and Gmod servers in general, unless it was like IceFuse or one of those mega big servers that, let's be honest, not really that good. Then, at least not good in terms of roleplay content. I'm sure they're fine in terms of, like, you know, how do I say, like, general, like, tomfoolery type content. You know, that's what I would equate those servers as. And Dark Ages is not like that. Dark Ages is very roleplay specific. Like, there's events, the admins are on pretty often hosting events. They try and create an overarching narrative, a story. They try and piece together plot threads and stuff. I mean, they're pretty dedicated. So, I don't know. It's just, from my experience, unless it's, like, very private with a certain group of friends, like a circle of trusted people, those types of servers, if they're public, they never really last, because public attention spans always dry up so quickly. That's why people always have to change up their content. You know, but I'm not going to abandon it. No way. I love that server. I love making videos for that server, but I'm just saying that new types of content will also be produced. So, as I said earlier, villainous type of content. What does that mean specifically? Well, you're going to find out when, of course, I start making videos aligned with that specific content brand in the future, in the very near future. I'm talking, like, hopefully by the beginning of next week, or not even, more like the end of next week, but, you know, whenever, very soon, but what does that mean? Well, I mean, if you guys just want to get an explanation now, instead of seeing the videos, which obviously I can recommend you still watch those videos, but if you want to get an explanation now, it's going to be basically me gassing up villains across fiction, you know, basically telling you why the villains are always correct objectively in every single scenario imaginable, and why they're never wrong. Like, for example, I would, because, you know, there's a lot of YouTube videos, channels, I mean, that go over, like, character analysis stuff, right? Like, they go over villains from fiction, and they, like, detail their backstories and the events leading up to their ascensions to power, or why they do what they do, or their motivations, or their characters. You know, and there's YouTube channels that just go generally over character analysis from, like, characters in fiction. You know, there's plenty of channels like that, but there's not channels that really defend the villains that much, right? There's not, I mean, they explain the villains. The closest example I can think of right now is the Vile Eye. Great channel, by the way, do check him out. You know, super popular for a reason, because, I mean, for one, he's got an excellent commentary voice, and two, I mean, I think his analyses are pretty well done. My favorite one of his is his Gus Fring analysis, you know, from Breaking Bad. He did analysis on that character, and it was really well done. But, yeah, I think, those videos tend to be really scripted and well-edited, and I don't know, like, I want my videos to be well-edited. Make no mistake, but scripted right now, I don't know, I just feel like my thoughts are better organized, ironically, when they come out in this sort of stream of consciousness type format. And, you know, I'm gonna stumble around, I'll probably make a lot of bad videos, because, you know, my content production scheme, my strategy is just mass-producing videos, good or bad, and just getting them into the algorithm, so more people notice my channel in general. And, you know, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a cheap strategy. Well, yeah, it is, but, like, you know, to get ahead in the YouTube game, and, you know, I don't want to become, like, the next PewDiePie or anything. That's not gonna be possible. Especially, you know, not considering my circumstances and such. But I do want to, like, get somewhat popular, you know, have, like, a decent amount of villain enjoyers, communing, you know, fellow brothers of the villainous empire, sort of communing in my channel spaces and on my Discord spaces, and just generally just interact, just having a nice group, a nice community space to interact with and administrate. You know, that's kind of what I'm aiming for currently, alongside, you know, various things going on in my life. But I mean, that's my main ideal for YouTube and the digisphere, I suppose, if you want to call it that. So that's going to be my primary focus from now on. Of course, Kingdom RP videos will come out. I would actually, primary focus is a bit inaccurate. I'm just going to definitely be focusing on that type of content. I don't think I'll be, like, overriding the channel for it or anything, because, I mean, again, half the channel's still going to be gaming videos. You know, the no commentary stuff, like on TF2 and Gmod, plus this villainous content. I know not a lot of people are going to watch this. Barely anyone watches these types of videos, the types of videos I make. Because I'm a small channel. I completely get that. But, you know, I think when people give me a chance and, you know, take some time out of their day to watch the content I produce, they're gonna be impressed. At the very least, they're gonna think I'm interesting. They'll think it's unique what I do. Because no one really, I'm telling you guys right now, no one villain enjoys like I do. You know, that might be a bold statement to make, but I assure you no one villain enjoys like I do. Now, of course, I'm not like a, you know, I'm not particularly talented like with art, for example. I'm not a good artist. You know, I'd love to learn if I have the time. but I'm not a particularly good artist, graphic designer, etc., etc., so I don't think I'll be able to visually get my ideas across. That's why mostly I'm just doing gaming and other stuff, because that's why I'm playing on Gmod right now as I talk to you guys, because um, gaming like captures the eye, and then you'll be able to settle in on the video more. You won't want to leave because you're like, oh, funny gameplay. This guy's hopping around this Gmod map, and then I'll be able to talk to you about other interesting stuff, like why, for example, Sauron from Lord of the Rings was objectively correct, and he was trying to make the world a better place, right? Or why, Dio Brando was a brilliant intellectual taken from us too soon because of the destructive capabilities and bratty idiocy of the Joestar family. Yeah, that's stuff like that. And I will explain to you my reasonings while we play some video games together. Well, more like, while I play video games and you guys watch. But it's going to be exciting. We have a lot of stuff planned for this channel coming into the tail end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, and a lot of interesting stuff is happening right now. The election, politics is, like, reaching its apex right now, honestly. I mean, let's be real, the woke mob is trying to push their candidate forward as if, they want their little coup d'etat, but it's neither here nor there. Obviously, I have an ideal for who I want to win the election, and if he doesn't, I mean, it is what it is. I'll take it in stride. I'm still going to produce this type of content because, really, this channel is going to be a holdout for people, for guys who feel like they just want some space in the world to villain enjoy. All types of people who want to villain enjoy really are going to be accepted here into this channel, and I hope I can really make some friends and know them as brothers over the course of this channel's history. I'm really excited. I love doing this. I love producing content for you guys. It's really fun. I love all the comments I've received on all my videos. All the people who have been encouraging me in their various ways, or saying, this video resolution quality is low. By the way, I still have to fix that. I have to get a better recording software. That's for sure. That's on the menu. Don't worry. When I start doing these videos full time, not like full time, but when I start doing the commentary videos more often, I will probably have a better recording software for that. Like, no guarantees, no 100%, because gonna be honest, I'm pretty technologically illiterate, so actually, if anyone wants to help me out with getting a good recording software that they think will be really good, please contact me. Again, I'm not, I'll probably put my Discord into the link of this channel. There's the description of this channel. I'll put the link into the description of this channel, and in the description of this video. So, I said I wouldn't advertise it that much, and I still won't, but the link will be there if anyone wants to come and, like, talk to me and, help me out a bit. Because, again, I'm not becoming a YouTuber, like, as a career or anything. I don't think that's gonna ever skew. I mean, if I ever get to the point, like, the statistical point where I have enough clout and views and likes and such that I could become, like, a YouTuber as a career, that would be awesome. Again, I doubt it. But, never say never to anything. Cautious optimism, that's my policy. Everything I do, I always have a bit of cautious optimism to go alongside it. But this has been a dream of mine for many, many years now, to start a channel where I could just discuss my love of villains, decry these disgusting, filthy heroes that keep infiltrating our media, that keep, like, utterly ruining every piece of media that we watch, because all these strong, these villains, these guys that want to, like, change the world for the better, are being undermined consistently by this mob of inconsiderate dotards. They always needed someone to stick up for them, because everyone sticks up for the hero, really. And whenever people stick up for the villain, it's kind of like in the superficial way, like, oh, they have a crush on, like, the villain because he looks attractive, or, oh, they think that, well, honestly, it's mostly just that, really, because if you look at the Tumblr side of things on the internet, that's mostly what they hyperfixate on, the villain's superficial looks. But I appreciate villains because I see their policies, and I see their philosophy, and I agree with it, genuinely. I mean, I think most villains have a story that needs to be told. They deserve to have their tales told just as much as these heroes get their stories told through these fictional medias that we consume. Because really, fiction is just a reflection of reality. It's a bit wackier and zanier at times, but really, it's just reality on steroids, right? Even the craziest pieces of fiction will always have some themes or some sort of symbolisms or connections that lead back into our world today. And I think talking about that in the context of villain enjoyment is really gonna, like, change things. It's really gonna change the landscape of this place, and, hey, even if it doesn't, even if I get a scant few views and get nothing from this, it's still enjoyable for me. So I hope you guys agree with everything I just said. Thank you again for tuning in, if you bothered to stay till the end. Thank you guys so much. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, so whenever I make up a new video, you'll always be one step ahead of the curve and be able to see it. And hey, if you're the first to comment, you'll be a true Darksider. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. I'm gonna start calling my subscribers Darksiders now, you know? Because, I mean, isn't that a good self-explanatory name of what we do here? We're siding with the dark, you know? We're evil, you know? We're not like, you know, chaotically. Well, I mean, chaotic. Some of us can be chaotic evil. That's cool too. But, you know, God bless, of course, to all of you. Keep the faith, if you guys believe in any sort of religion or anything. Make sure to vote, and vote for the right candidate. Yeah, really, but honestly, I mean, just make your own informed decision, really. Just do whatever you guys want. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you guys what to do. But, you know, anyway, thank you for listening to my ramble. Yeah, this is kind of just a, yeah, see, this video is going to be like what you can expect for a little while until I decide to start scripting my videos more heavily, if I decide that's the way to go. It's just going to be rambles, streams of consciousness, me hopping around in a video game, typically Gmod. And, you know, because my computer's not that good, so Gmod's like the best game I think I can run. Not the best game, like, graphically, but just, like, the best game for recording, because it doesn't, like, lag out too much. When it does, I mean, it just typically rectifies itself within a few seconds, so. Alright. Great talk. Expect way more videos coming soon. God bless. Thank you all for following my channel, Darksiders, and, I'll see you on the next one. Okay? Alright, Krosky out.